and welcome to a video about safety regulations. My name is Garniel. Something you might not know about me is that I am the proud owner of the SES Dream of the Regime, a standard issue destroyer given to every Helldiver in the galaxy spreading democracy. You might have one of your own. But before I was a Helldiver, I was a safety manager at a soup factory for a long time. And thanks to those years of attending OSHA training and writing people up for misusing compressed air, now, whenever I see a pallet jack not properly stowed away, I have a tiny aneurysm. I'm sure this will kill me someday. Also, and thanks to this rigorous training, I've noticed that the ships we all inhabit in Helldivers 2 are incredibly unsafe. But before I file a complaint with the Federation of Super Earth directly, I thought I'd run these evaluations past all of you in case I missed something. Now, it's obvious to say that injury, maimings, cuts, scrapes, and boo-boos while in the field are completely excusable. Those are all expected. You can't really regulate where an automaton is going to fire a laser, when a grenade is going to go off, or where a 500 kilogram bomb is going to land. You can only manage those expectations. But it's my professional opinion that the safety management aboard our destroyers is severely lacking, and there is certain evidence that implies it might even be intentional. Now, here are all of the safety violations I would advise you and your crew to take heed of, and perhaps fix if you have the budget. Alright, well hey, let's start with the positives here, bud. I'm really happy to see you got a monthly accident report posted in a common space that all the employees can see. You'd be surprised how many Super Earth destroyers do not have this posted. Unfortunately, it's kind of right next to one of your biggest infractions here, which is this fire extinguisher is way too fucking hard to reach, bud. I mean, look, if there was an emergency, you'd have to move this crate and then grab this fire extinguisher. By that time, you know, who knows what's already caught on fire. You really got to put this in a more easy to reach spot. And I know I just said that the fire extinguisher was like your biggest infraction, but that was really just to soften the blow for this war crime that I'm looking at right now, which is absolutely ridiculous, bud. You got live ammunition, you got what is presumably an armed mine standing on top of this table. If there was a fire and you had to move that crate, you could bump this table, knock that mine right off, boom. Fire is even worse. You got live shotgun shells, you got... I mean, bud, look at this thermite. You can't just have this thermite rolling around on the table like some kind of dead seal. You know what this looks like to me? This is like you put your newborn into your grandma's arms, put her on a rocking chair, and put that rocking chair on the side of a cliff. And then you pushed her off the cliff. Okay? This is just begging to explode. You gotta get this mess cleaned up, bud. I wanna see it clean the next time I come here. And, I mean, I love that you got more fire extinguishers over on the side here, and those are easy to reach, but guess what? They're not easy to reach because you got a fucking Liberator leaned up against them. I mean, and if I pick that thing up, I gotta check it to make sure it's clear. I can't just pick it up and chuck it. And then by that time, guess what? Yeah, that's right, bud. More fire. One small bump and you're gonna be spreading fire around here like it's the Book of Mormon. And look, dude, we already went over this in the intro. Put this pallet jack away. If this pallet jack is not properly secured inside of a pallet, somebody's gonna trip on it. Do you know how many blind Helldivers there are? Just check the team kill list next time you extract from a mission, bud. All of us are blind. And hold on. Are those guys working on machines that are moving? Are you telling me that you don't have any lockout tagout procedures? You can't, dude, you can't have people working on machines while the machines are working. It does. What if their arm gets caught in that mine deployer? Oh my God, you can't deploy an arm as a mine. That's not gonna work. Look, this is an easy one. I can't, you gotta have proper lockout tagout procedures, okay? I wanna see it next time I'm here. I mean, come on, that guy's working on he's working on a live hell bomb. All right, here's a little positive. I love that you got barricade tape on the floor here and that the cryo exit chamber is, you know, properly secured. That I like to see. What I don't like is whatever this thing is, because you can see clearly on the ground there that it says keep clear. Now, I don't know why you want this to be kept clear. It's clearly marked and it's clearly not kept clear. Whatever this thing is, you gotta move it off of this area that says keep clear. Okay? If you put signs and words in places and people don't follow them, then the words and signs mean nothing. And if words mean nothing to us, then that means we're no better than those fascist Terminid bastards. So move this thing. What is this thing anyways? It looks like a heat map for where Helldivers got hit, came back and survived. You're not falling into survivorship bias, are you? That guy should not be welding above all of that live ordnance. Is that guy smoking up there? You shouldn't be smoking in your super destroyer. And there's more welders over here. Man, I told you. Get them off. Get them off. Get them to stop welding on the ordnance. And why do these, oh my god, and these platforms, the platforms up here, they do not have any guardrails. Dude, why do your platforms not have, do you see how high up that is? Do you realize what a fall like that from that height would do to a person? Oh god, oh shit! The ladders too, man. I want cages put on those ladders, dude. You can't just have, you can't have 15-foot ladders with no cages, bud. Oh my god. Okay, you are in serious trouble. Are these fluorescent light bulbs without any covers? How do you not have plastic covering over these fluorescent bulbs? You realize how easy these are to break? And you shouldn't have got me looking up, bud, because look at this. Dude, you cannot have exhaust fans without a cover on them either. Do you realize how easy it is to bust into one of these? All it takes is one person mopping underneath this thing, and all of a sudden, have you used a mop before and a mop bucket? All you gotta do is lift up that mop handle a little too high to get it into the bucket, and all of a sudden it's stuck in this fan. Get me out of this area because I've seen enough. Okay, what is this? Your crew's quarters? Looking pretty good. I do not like the fact that that sign is obscured. Remember what I said earlier about signs? We need to be able to see them and follow them. Fascist terminids, etc. Okay, I like this. I like that you got a little fire extinguisher in an easy to reach position. You know, it's near people. And I think, yeah, I see a sign above that fire extinguisher too, so you got it properly labeled. I'm proud of you, bud. Okay, I have a problem with this. Okay, you can't just have a hole. All right, that's got to be. I don't understand how it could be any clearer than that. You can't just have a hole. I realize that these are hell pods waiting to be boarded, but dude, put in some guardrails. Okay, they make guardrails that have a little door. It's not like they're an inconvenience. And going back to the blind Helldivers, you know how easy it would be to trip and fall into one of these, and it's not a not deep hole. Okay. I don't know if you've noticed, but fall damage is kind of overtuned in this game. This is too big of a gap in the guardrails. You can't have this big of a gap in the guard. Anybody could slip right through there. The gap is too big. It's too big of a gap. I can't believe I have to talk about guardrails again, okay? Look, OSHA regulations are very clear on when stairs need guardrails. Not only do they need to follow the stairs all the way up, but they also need to have a middle rail if they're too large, and they have to have rails on both sides. This staircase does not have rails on both sides, and it looks like it's big enough to have a rail in the middle. Not only that, but the rail just sort of ends. What are you thinking here, bud? What was the thought process behind this rail? It doesn't do anything. It's a tripping hazard, if anything. All right, I'm gonna need to test your deck reentry elevator. Let me just see. Okay, yeah, it's just like I thought. This needs guardrails. Okay, well, we got a lot to think about. How about I check out some of your paperwork while I'm here? Let's see, 0G breech loading replaces the current method of loading cannons, manual shell insertion down the front of the barrel with rear loading, which is much okay, you got rid of that practice. Hey, that's great. That shows, that's forward momentum. I'm really proud of you for the documentation on that and the honesty. That's great. All right, what else we got here? Pit crew hazard pay. Authorizes hazard pay for pit crews. You weren't paying hazard pay before? Dude, that's a breach, if anything, but maybe I can look past this one. I get paid dog shit too anyways, so who am I? Okay, I got a major problem with this one. Paid lavatory. Were you not paying people when they went to the bathroom before? They don't need to clock out when they go to the bathroom. We're not Super Tyson over here. Okay? You need to talk to your accountant, and this should have been budgeted for. The human bladder can pop like a balloon, and you do not want to have to write that one up on your accident report. Okay, last one here. Decreases time to initiate deployment of support weapon stratagems by removing dialog box, confirming intent to fire. You can't... Dude, what did I tell you about signs earlier? You don't understand how important signs are. If you get rid of that dialog box, all of a sudden that orbital strike is going to be pointed right at your own ship, and then some ding-dong is going to press fire. And guess what? There's more fire. And for God's sakes, cover the fucking fluorescent light bulbs. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it to the end, remember to like and subscribe. And maybe if you want to see me do more safety inspection videos of other video games, just put it down in the comments and I'll check it out. I love making videos and I love getting comments, and sometimes I just need a little creative direction. So if you have any direction to give me, feel free to put it down in the comments. Have yourself an awesome week, and I'll see you in the next one.